kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jai Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pashat Deshatarine Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudire. So we see that to what extent the determination and the deep conviction is there in the sages. Because in the last verse that we discussed yesterday, they are expressing that kaliṁ agatam agnaya. The age of Kali has already begun. And so what they have decided, kathayam sakshana hare, that they will hear kathayam, the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, sakshana hare, and for what period of time? Dirgha shatrena, for a very prolonged time. And see how the hearing is possible. What are the most important basic understanding for one to hear is very beautifully expressed in the next verse. Very, very prominent verse, verse number 22. So the sages continue to express their gratitude, their deep gratitude towards whom? Towards Śrī Sūta Gosvāmī. And now finally what they conclude? Tvaṁ sandarśito dhātrā dustaraṁ nistitīrṣatām tvaṁ sandarśito dhātrā dustaraṁ nistitīrṣatām kaliṁ sattva-haraṁ puṁsāṁ karṇa-dhāra ivārṇavam tvaṁ sandarśito dhātrā. That tvaṁ means unto you, and na means we will not find, or sandarśito is meeting. So this meeting which has happened, where we were all wanting to perform the sacrifice, so by dhātrā, by the influence of providence, that which is dustaraṁ. Dustaraṁ means it is difficult, or Prabhupada writes insurmountable. And it is nistitīrṣatām. Yeah, that is the right pronunciation. Nistitīrṣatām. Those who are nistar, from the word nistar. Nistar means to cross or to go beyond. So those who are desiring to cross beyond this ocean of material existence, and in this age of Kali, which is sattva-haraṁ. Haram means to take away forcibly. Haran. Haran means to forcibly take away. So what it takes away? Sattva-haraṁ. The age of kaliṁ, sattva-haraṁ, puṁsāṁ, of all the men. So you have very mercifully, by the influence of providence, appeared before us to be the karṇa-dhāra. Karṇa-dhāra. That means dhāra, is the flow. And one who is able to take you beyond the flow. That is the captain of the ship. And ivārṇavam. Ivārṇavam is the ocean of material existence. So see the gratitude in the heart of these sages who are eager to hear. That is how they can hear. If there is no gratitude, one will never be able to hear. He will take it something which is very ordinary or simple. So he will not get that taste. And one who is not receiving the taste, the reason for that is because he is not grateful. He is not having the gratitude. So the sages say, we think that we have met your goodness. They are addressing Śrī Sūta Gosvāmī. By the will of providence. Just so that we may accept you as the captain of the ship. For those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all good qualities of human being. So they are thanking the Supreme Lord. They are thanking the providence that by the will of the providence, by the bestowal of the goodwill of the Supreme Lord, of the providence, that we have met you. If you will see many of Srila Prabhupada's disciples' offerings, Vyasa Puja offerings, any one of you, do you ever read? You must read to get into the actual proper spirit of what it means to be a disciple. We are very much on the periphery. We do not know what it means to be a disciple, or what it means to surrender to the spiritual master. But we can get a glimpse of it by coming close to those who are actually having this submissive spirit. So many times I read Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja offerings by his disciples. We should read. And there I see many of Prabhupada's very, very substantial disciples who have contributed so much for spreading Krishna consciousness. So they express the same feeling. One moment. Class ले रहा हूँ भाई. नहीं अभी नहीं, 9 बजे रखना, अभी नहीं. हाँ. So I had seen that this is the verse where they are expressing that karṇa-dhāra ivārṇavam, that they have actually accepted Srila Prabhupada as the captain of their ship. But what about us? Who is the captain of our ship? In our case, who is the captain? Who is our undisputed captain? Still, yeah, our mind and our material desires. So how can one begin this spiritual journey? How the spiritual journey can begin? You know the word rudder? Any one of you know the word rudder? For ship and even for airplanes, if you want to give direction, you need to have the rudder. It is called rudder, R-U-D-D-E-R. Without rudder, you cannot move ahead. And the control of the rudder is with the captain. So if one does not have captain, where will he go? Where will his ship or his plane land? It will never reach the destination. That's not possible. So they are so much enthused and enlivened that they are expressing their heart's desire. That by will of the providence, just at the beginning of this age of Kali, where all the good qualities are substantially deteriorated or are forcibly being taken away. But what is the goodwill that we have received? We have received your good self. your goodness. Prabhupada says, your goodness. So that we can cross over. So that is why Srila Prabhupada has created a boat. And whoever is on that boat, the captain is Srila Prabhupada, then he can easily cross over the ivārṇavam, the ocean of material existence. Okay, let us see the purport. The age of Kali is very dangerous for the human being. Prabhupada begins, the age of Kali is very dangerous for the human being. Human life is simply meant for self-realization. But due to this dangerous age, men have completely forgotten the aim of life. In this age, the lifespan will gradually decrease. People will gradually lose their memory, finer sentiments, strength, and better qualities. A list of the anomalies for this age is given in the 12th Canto of this work. And so this age is very difficult for those who want to utilize the life for self-realization. It is only for those who are awake. It is dustaraṁ. For those who are dreaming or those who are sleeping, they have no detection of what this age is. The people are so busy with sense gratification that they completely forget about self-realization. Out of madness, they frankly say that there is no need for self-realization because they do not realize that this brief life is but a moment on our great journey towards self-realization. And Prabhupada gives the diagnosis. What is the reason for this? The whole system of education is geared to self-gratification. And if a learned man thinks it over, he sees that the children of his age are being intentionally sent to the slaughterhouses of so-called education. The Prabhupada is very heavy. The Prabhupada is saying that how this distraction, deviation, and degradation has happened, it is all because of the system of education. The Vedic system of education which was prevailing in Bharatvarsha was completely dismantled by the Britishers. They knew very well that if the Vedic system of education prevails, it is impossible for them to rule. So what they did, they brought in their own system of education and they very deliberately dismantled the Indian Gurukul system of education. And most of our people who were without captain, in Bharatvarsha also, the situation is the same. There is no captain, there is no karṇa-dhāra. So they are only in dhāra. Dhāra, flow. There are some people, they are always with the flow. Like some politicians, they will always be minister. Whoever is the party, whether it is the opposition party who comes to power or whether it was the ruling party, whoever is the party, they are in power. Why? Because of their own, they have no principle or no practice. So this is very, very important here. Srila Prabhupada is giving this diagnosis that the education system which has been devised by the so-called modern reformist, what they have done, they have degraded the entire mass of men. So there is only one impetus. And what is the impetus? Is how to enjoy the senses. Today also I was saying, most of those who have come, they are busy taking their photos everywhere. Selfie culture. Everywhere, even standing in front of deities and taking their own photos. This common sense is also not prevailing. Even after being told, they still continue to do that. So Prabhupada is diagnosing what is the reason. Very, very dangerous situation Srila Prabhupada is saying. Because the entire system of education is centered around self. And what is the self? The self is the body or the mind. So Prabhupada said this is the slaughterhouse. This is the slaughtering culture. What is being slaughtered? The constitutional position of the jiva is being slaughtered. The Prabhupada is saying the whole system of education is geared to sense gratification. And if a learned man thinks it over, he sees that the children of this age are being intentionally sent to the slaughterhouses of so-called education. Even I see devotees, so-called devotees, not actual devotees. Many, many years back, I was going towards Vrindavan. And with me in the bus, there was one young boy. He was studying in Delhi. So he asked me, I was not in this outfit. I was in the normal outfit. I was not in temple at that time, early days. So he asked me, "Aap ISKCON se jude hue hain?" I said, yes. Somehow I don't know. You also would be experiencing. Wherever you will go, people will ask you. Even if you are looking normal, if you are not without tilak, even if you are not without, your hair shaved, not in any saffron robe, people will say, "Aap ISKCON se?" I don't know. Srila Prabhupada's special mercy. So he came to me and he started the conversation. And when I asked him about himself, he told me that he was from one of the Gosvāmī families of Radharaman temple. So I asked him, what are you doing in Delhi? He said, I am studying engineering. And I said, then what is your plan? His plan is to go abroad. His plan is not that to serve the Lord. So I was shocked. I said, you're coming. I did not say anything to him because in any case, he will not change. What is the point in telling such people? So Prabhupada is crying tears that this system of education is the root cause. And Prabhupada is mentioning here that helplessly the man is pushing his own sons and daughter to be slaughtered by the illusionary energy. We should not be seeking after so-called big schools, public school, useless school. They are all going to slaughter the consciousness of our child. They are going to make him a core non-devotee. The Prabhupada is expressing here. So be very, very aware of it, what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here. And we see in the life of so many devotees. But there are some very few devotees, I know, they have never allowed their school children to go to normal schools. Either they are being given home tuition. I know two of the devotees, very distinguished devotees in our mission. His Grace Radhika Raman Prabhu. He has broken all records in US for the youngest schooling, for youngest graduation, and for youngest PhD. He never went to any school. And he is not teaching. He is one of the professors in Oxford. Very, very distinguished scholar also. He has written many of the, contemporary scientific presentations on the application of Krishna consciousness. And his younger brother, Gopal Hari Prabhu. Both were the youngest bachelors and PhDs of their time in US. And their mother gave them education. And on what basis? On basis of Srila Prabhupada's books. From their childhood, they were taught Srila Prabhupada's books. So Prabhupada is warning us. Prabhupada is making us become aware that this desire for self-realization and the impetus for self-realization is completely covered It is demolished by this system of education, which is geared for sense gratification. Prabhupada is saying, learned men therefore must be cautious of this age, and if they want to cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali, they must follow the footsteps of sages of Naimiṣāraṇya and accept Śrī Sūta Gosvāmī or his bona fide representative as the captain of the ship. Very fortunate we have Srila Prabhupada, who is actually the captain of the ship. And he showed it by his example also. He went from a voyage from Calcutta to New York on Jaladut. So he is actually the representative. He is the Dutta, whom we should accept as captain. And how do we accept him as captain? By accepting his teachings, by accepting his principles, by accepting his instructions. So Prabhupada is very emphatically mentioning here that so if anyone who wants to cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali must follow the footsteps of the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya and accept Śrī Sūta Gosvāmī as bona fide representative of the captain. The ship is the message of the Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa in the shape of Bhagavad-gītā or Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And we come to the final verse of this chapter. This is their sixth question. They will inquire the final question here. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishna Brahmane Dharma Varmani Swam Kashtam Madhunopate Dharmakam Sharanam Gata. Bruhi Yogeshwara Krishna Brahmani Dharma Varmani. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, who is the Absolute Truth, Brahmanya, who is the Param Brahman, and he is the protector of the religious principles. Since Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the Absolute Truth, the master of all mystics, this is Yogeshwara. The word Yogeshwara is used here. Yeah, Bruhi Yogeshwara Krishna has departed for his own abode. This is Brahmanya. Brahmanya is the Param Brahman. He has departed. He has upete. He has left. Swam Kashtam Adhunupete. So upete means he has gone away. Then when the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of the religion personified, when he has departed, when he has returned to his own abode. So the question is, please tell us to whom the religious principles have gone now for shelter. So who will protect the religious principles? Who will provide the shelter? Very famous verse of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Krishna sodhama upagate dharma gyan adi pisaha. Where the Supreme Lord has returned to the abode. Krishna swadhama upagate. So with him, dharma, jnana, and other virtuous things, adi pisaha, they have also returned. So here, the very pertinent question they are asking, that to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter? When the provider of the shelter, the Supreme Lord, Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, is not there. So, where the religious principles are taking shelter? So, this is very, very important question. So, all the 6 questions. Who remembers all the 6 questions? Simple. Not very difficult to remember. In our exam, we had this question. What were the 6 questions of the sages? Instantly, Sonika's hand is up. What about others? Yes. Ravindra Prabhu, you will speak or Priyanka Mataji will speak? Both can speak. Huh? You speak first and she will speak second.
Yes, for the first one is the absolute and ultimate goal of people.
Yeah.
Very
good.
And second question is, Prabhuji, among the all scripture, what is the essence of the literature?
Very good. Yes, perfect.
Third is why the Supreme Lord appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki and the son of Vasudeva.
What was the purpose? What is the purpose? Okay, wait. Devadatta, what is the fourth question? Simple. You answered yesterday or day before.
Prabhuji, the fourth question was the sages wanted to know about the adventures by the different incarnation of Lord.
Yes. Yes. And mainly the Purusha avatar. The Purusha's avatar. Very good.
Yes.
Pradeep Prabhu, what was the fifth question?
Various Leela avatar.
Yeah. The various incarnations in his Leela avatar. And what is the sixth question today? Ganesh Prabhu, what is the sixth question?
Prabhuji, after the departure of Lord Krishna, what will be, how the dharma will be followed?
Yeah, how dharma will be protected. Where it will take shelter. So these are, actually Bhagavatam is the answer to these six questions. Like we have 5 subject matters of Bhagavad-gītā. Bhagavatam begins with the set of these 6 questions. Although there are 10 subject matters in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. But the essential thread on which it has been woven is these 6 questions, which is raised by the sages. Religious consists of the prescribed codes enunciated by the personality of Godhead himself. Which verse is this? Very beautiful verse, very popular verse. Religion consists of the prescribed codes enunciated by the personality of Godhead himself. Which verse is this from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam? Prabhupada quotes it many times. Yes, Pranab Prabhu?
Prabhuji, dharman tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam.
Yes, perfect answer. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Whenever there is gross misuse or neglect of the principles of religion, the Supreme Lord appears himself to restore the religious principles. No point for getting this right. This is stated in the Bhagavad-gītā 4.8. Which verse is this? But there will be minus marks for not getting this right. Who has not answered? Manoram Prabhu, you answer. Very popular verse. Nothing to think for. Just see the meaning, see the translation, the text, what is it mentioned. I'll show it again. Prabhupada is quoting the verse number also. Whenever there is gross misuse or neglect of the principles of religion, the Supreme Lord appears himself to restore religious principles. This is stated in Bhagavad-gītā 4.8. Manish is still thinking. Devadatta, आप बताइए.
प्रभुजी यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत.
Yada yada hi dharmasya. Whenever and wherever there is decline in the religious principles, so the Supreme Lord, he descends or he incarnates. Here the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya are inquiring about these principles. The reply to this question is given later. The Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the transcendental sound representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus it is full representation of transcendental knowledge and religious principles. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purports to the first canto, first chapter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled Questions by the Sages. So this is how the first chapter is concluded, with the 6 questions of the sages. And we will see in the next chapter that how Śrī Sūta Gosvāmī will respond. So kindly try to summarize that what we learned or what we gained or what which was inspiring for us in this first chapter. We discussed 23 verses. Anyone remembers the date? We started in Kartik or before Kartik? I think we started somewhere in Kartik. So there is hope that during Kartik we might be able to do the second chapter also. Very, very important chapter where the answers for all these questions raised by the sages will start to come from Śrī Sūta Gosvāmī. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Any discussion or any question or any doubt or any further deliberation? Okay, I will end here. I want to end a little early today because for tomorrow's yatra. Of course, during the yatra, we cannot have class. We will have live classes. But my request is as soon as the class is over, it should be posted. Who will take the responsibility of assisting Ganesh Prabhu? Then it is purpose. If it is posted after 1 month, there is no purpose. Both the pictures and the classes should be immediately posted. You can use that mobile phone, Ganesh Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So my request is that please, this should be the first service. I am not putting you for any other service. It's only recording. Other services will be done by other devotees. But kindly post it at the same time. Thank you very much. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees.